Hi everyone, welcome to Verbling. Good morning. It is Monday morning where I am bright and early, and I am perfectly okay. I'm well, and I'm excited to get this week started. So, welcome to all who are waiting in the chat. We have Norbert, Hazem, Hamid, Jarno. Nice. Also, it's 8 p.m. here. It is 11 a.m. here. It's actually 10 a.m., but we have daylight savings. I don't know who else did the daylight savings, move the clocks back or move the clocks forward. Hi, Hamid.
Hi, how are you?
Fine. How are you?
I feel as fit as a fiddle.
You feel as fit as a fiddle. That's awesome.
I learned a new structure and I am using.
Yes, tongue twisters are a really, really good way to get more comfortable speaking a language. That's awesome. Let's see. Mario. Hi, Mario.
Hi, teacher.
How are you? Welcome.
I'm fine, thanks.
Is this your first class with me or your first time on Verbling?
No.
No? Okay. Neither of them, no. That's awesome. So in today's class, we are going to be reading an article. Last week at same time, last Monday, we read an article about the different ways people greet each other in different parts of the world. And we are going to continue on that same series. We're going to be reading another article from a website called Pocket Cultures. And that website is where people contribute their own experiences from their travels, and they write blogs, write articles. And we're going to be reading an article today called School Days Around the World. So apparently school is not the same for people all over the world, and we're going to learn the differences that exist. I think that the 2 minutes should be up. They are. So first 2 minutes are for premium account users, and when they're up, then the seats open up for everybody else in class. And that's what it looks like has happened. Hello.
Hello.
Oh. Hi, Norbert. Hi, Jarno. I'm so glad you made it. Did you get your reservation back, Jarno?
No, I didn't.
You didn't? Okay, Jarno,
No.
can you do me a favor? Can you send me your email address via my Facebook, and
Yeah.
I'll tell the guys at Verbling to give you your reservations back. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. So so you can do it during class or you can do it after class. Just the email that you use to log into Verbling. So if that's like your Facebook email, whatever it is, just send that to me, and I'll tell them to credit the reservation back to your account. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
No worries. And we have a couple of other people in chat, Manal, Hilal, Tan. Hi, everyone. So welcome, everyone, in class. As I was saying, this is a reading class, and the next class is with me as well. We're not going to be reading the same article, though. The next class is going to be a vocabulary class. But welcome. As I was saying, it's the start of the week, fresh new week, daylight savings. I think we have moved forward 1 hour. So it's actually 10 a.m. here. So sleepy. Okay, so let's start. Let's just go through introductions really quickly. Let's say something that we did this past weekend. I know some people are like, the weekend for us is like Thursday and Friday. So you can tell us what you did on that weekend, all right? So I'll start. Welcome, everyone. And for all those who are new to this class or to Verbling, it's really nice to have you join us. My name is Hina. I am your teacher. I'm from Canada. Right now, I'm in sunny San Francisco, California. And this weekend, most of you know I was sick, so I was recovering. I was drinking lots of soup and watching lots of TV and just staying in bed and just feeling better. Awesome. So let's start with Norbert.
Hi, I'm Norbert from Hungary, and I was working on Saturday, and I was sleepy on Sunday.
You're sleeping on Sunday. Sounds good. Thanks, Norbert. Next we have Mario. Mario, can you hear me? Mario. Okay, I think it might be frozen. So let's move on to Kubra. Hi, Kubra.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you, Kubra?
I am fine, thank you.
Okay.
How was your day?
It was good. My day just started. It's 11 a.m. here, so this is my first class. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us what you did this weekend?
Myself?
Yes.
Okay, I'm a student from Turkey in university, and I learn English this year.
Okay. Perfect.
4 months later, I start.
Okay, that's awesome. Thanks, Kubra. Next we have
Thank
Jose.
you.
Hi Hina, hi everyone. I'm
Hi.
Jose, I'm from Spain.
And what did you do this weekend, this past weekend?
The past weekend I went to have a beer, taking under sun, sitting in the street
Okay.
table.
Okay, so you relaxed.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you, Jose. Next we have Jarno.
Hello all, I'm Jarno from Finland, and my weekend. I worked over weekend.
You worked
So,
all weekend?
yeah.
Yeah. No downtime?
So
Downtime.
so now I have a day off, so I can enjoy and learn English.
Okay, that's awesome. So Jarno had no downtime this weekend, so he had no time to relax. So on his day off, he's learning English. That's
So
okay.
now I'm relaxing here.
That's awesome. Thanks, Jarno. Next we have Hazem.
Okay, hi everyone.
Hi.
I'm Hazem from Egypt. And this weekend I have go out with my friends.
I
went out with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
We were playing a super game on the computer.
Perfect. Sounds awesome. Thanks, Hazem. And is this your first time in my class, or is this the first time you've turned your camera on?
No. No, this is not the first time. Second or third.
Second time. Okay, all right. Because there's a couple of other students named Hazem, and they never turn their cameras on, so I don't really know what they look like. So I'm like, are you one of those? So that's awesome. Thanks. Next we have Hamid.
Hello everyone, I am Hamid from Turkey. Saturday was ordinary day, but Sunday was my father's birthday. So we didn't make a bash, but we ate a birthday cake.
You ate a birthday cake. That's awesome.
Yes.
Thanks, Hamid. You sound like you had a delicious weekend. Next we have Ahmad. Yeah. Next we have Ahmad.
Hi, Hina. I'm Imad. I'm from Syria. I'm really happy to join your classes today. My weekend was kind of busy because I was fighting to make a backup of my files because of my computer had a virus attack in that time. So that drive me crazy. Yeah, I remember my weekend. It was very hard.
Oh, yeah, it sounds stressful, and that drove me crazy in the past.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I know this is like an expensive alternative, but upgrade to a Mac, like a MacBook. So yeah, why don't you just give me like $2,000? Okay, well, I hope you get your virus issue sorted out. Thanks, Ahmad. And next class we have Best Miles.
Hello, I am from Ecuador. I'm happy to be here.
Yes.
And my weekend was normal. On Saturday I play soccer with some friends, and on Sunday I play some video games with some friends.
That's awesome. Thanks so much, Best Miles. Okay. Yeah, and Mario, can you hear me now? We couldn't hear you earlier. Mario, hello. Okay, Mario, can you hear me? Okay. Yeah,
I can, but my talking computer is a little slow.
Your computer's a little slow. Oh, okay, because like I'm like talking and it's like I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, that's because, well, I have the microphone
off. Okay, yeah. So I was just gonna ask, do you want to introduce yourself because you didn't get to?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm Mario. I'm from Mexico. Well, in the weekend, I practiced a lot of my drum set. I went to work, and I'm just ready for the work on Sunday.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much, Mario. And
Yep.
thanks, everyone. It's really nice to have you guys join us in class. And for all those who are watching, welcome as well. If you can't join, that's okay. It's a reading class. The article that we are going to be reading has been attached with the class description. And I believe Hamid and a couple of other people linked it in the chat box as well. And like I said, we're going to be reading about school days around the world. So how is school different from one country to another? And you guys I would love to hear your personal experiences where like, in my country, when I went to school, it was like this. And yeah, so as we're reading, if you have any questions, if there's a phrase or if there's a word that you don't know, anything's unclear, please do stop me, let me know, and I will explain it, okay? And I'm just going to say that when you're not talking, if you could please keep yourselves muted, all right? Because if you don't mute yourself, then all the noise, dogs and cars and parents talking to you and everything, we can hear it, all right? So just keep yourself muted, and when you want to say something, you're more than welcome to unmute yourself, okay? Everybody good? Everybody good to go? Ready to start? I'm going to share my screen. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, let's
Yes? That's awesome. All right. So you guys don't have to look at the article from my screen. I'm going to be sharing my screen just so everybody who's viewing the class, they know where we are reading. You guys can read it off of your own screens, your own browsers. Okay? Let me just share it. All right. Can everybody see it?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So pocket cultures, school days around the world. Okay? Like I said, we're not going to be looking at every single country, but we're going to be looking at the UK, Spain. We have someone from Spain here, so you guys can tell us whether it's true or not, what they say in the article. Argentina, Costa Rica, and a couple of other cool places. All right? So let's start. So I'm just going to start reading this little article on top, and then I'll get you guys to read the UK parts, okay? So recently on Pocket Cultures, we have featured collaborative posts to reflect the varying experiences of our contributors in different countries. These include superstitions around the world, and one of our most popular posts, kiss, hug, or shake hands. This is the one that we read last week in class. So how do people greet each other in different parts of the world? This month, we asked our contributors from around the world to tell us about a typical school day in their country. The first school day we're going to be reading about is the United Kingdom. Okay, so let's see. Norbert? Can I get you to start, please?
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess you could read like these first 3 paragraphs here. Okay.
All right.
Go ahead.
Children in the UK usually start going to school just before their 5th birthday. They attend primary school until the age of 11 and then secondary school until the age of 16 or 18. At primary school, the typical day is from 9 a.m. to 3:15 p.m.
3:15. It's just 3:15 p.m. Yeah.
3:15 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
with slightly longer days in secondary school. The school year starts in September and finishes in July with 6 weeks of summer holiday in between. There are 3 term with breaks for Christmas and Easter. Most schools have a uniform, which might be a sweatshirt or blazer, t-shirt with the school's logo, plain gray or black trousers for boys, and skirt or trousers for girls. Because the weather is usually cold, most children wear a thick coat to school, which they hang up outside their classroom. They put it back on again and at a playtime so they can play outside without getting cold.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Norbert. And I'll get Mario. Can I get you to continue on from where Norbert left off?
Yeah.
Yeah. So till the end of that section.
Mm-hmm. All school children in the UK learn from the same curriculum, which includes numeracy, literacy, science, ICT, and I can read computers, music, geography, history, and religion, covering all major world
religions. Mario, you don't have to read from my screen. You can read from your own screen. Here,
great,
here.
great.
I'll link you the article if you don't have it here. I'm linking it to you.
I have it already.
Okay.
So when I was school, there were no foreign languages classes until we started secondary school, age 11. Recently, language learning in primary school has been encouraged, and some schools begin teaching at 7 years old. The languages are usually French or German. The Central London school where my sister teaches has many children whose parents have moved to Britain from elsewhere. Bangladesh, Turkey, Somalia, and various other countries. For many of them, English isn't their first language. So when they come to school, they don't speak fluently, and some don't speak English at all. They soon pick it up through
Do.
Perfect.
Thank you so much, Mario. All right, so that was pretty self-explanatory and easily written. What are there any words or phrases that you guys are unfamiliar with that you'd like me to explain? So kids start going to school just before their 5th birthday, and then there's primary and secondary school, and they stay in school until the age of 16 or 18. In school, there's from 9 to 3, slightly longer in secondary school. So who went to a school system that was similar to this?
Me.
Yeah, Norbert. It was yeah. Go ahead.
We started from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. maybe.
8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Okay, but the number of hours were still the same, so like 6-hour days. Okay, all right. And the school year starts in September and finishes in July. Yes. And you have 6 weeks of summer holidays in between. Is that the same for everyone? For everyone in class? Is that the way your school's?
No.
No?
In
Jarno?
Turkey, different.
Okay, Jarno, what is it like in Finland?
School day is quite same, 6-7 hours, and it starts October and ends May.
Starts in October and ends in May.
Yeah.
Oh, so you have 4 months of school holidays.
Yeah, it's so long.
It's so long. You sound.
So that's why. No, it's good. That's why people want to be teachers here in Finland. So they have a long summer holiday.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's interesting. What about in Turkey, Hamid? What's it like in Turkey?
School starts in 2nd week of September and finish 3rd week of June.
September and 3rd week of June. Okay,
yes.
All right. And actually, that's very similar to what it is in Canada as well. So my sister is in high school, and she has her school starts in September, and I think it ends in the middle of June. So she gets July and August off and like half of June, which I think she would say is too long as well. So when Jarno says that 4 months off in the summer, that's a long time.
I have to correct myself. Oh, sorry, August.
Yeah. August. Okay.
Yeah, August. Yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
But
so
but it's still long.
Yeah.
Holiday.
2 months. Yeah, I can imagine. My sister feels the same way. It's like 2 months, way too long. So, what about? Is there anybody who doesn't get a long summer break? Like the countries that you went to school in, do you not get a long summer break in the summer months? No. Okay, seems like everybody does. And of course, Christmas and Easter, they're traditional holidays. Almost every country observes those. Okay. How long is the Christmas break in Turkey, Hamid?
There is no Christmas break time.
Okay.
But we are break time from last week of January and 2nd week of February.
Okay, so what about for New Year's? What about for New Year's?
For New Year's, there is only 1st of January is official holiday, bank holiday, and there is no Christmas holiday in Turkey.
Oh, okay. All right, that's interesting. Any other country that's like that, where you don't observe the Christmas holidays? Okay. All right. Looks like all other countries do that. Okay. Awesome. So any questions about what we have? So most schools have a uniform, which might be a sweatshirt or blazer. Does anybody know what a sweatshirt is, or the difference between a sweatshirt and a blazer?
Not exactly.
I was going to ask about
Okay, yeah, sure. So a blazer is like a jacket. Okay, so a blazer is like a thick jacket that kids wear on top of the uniform. So if the uniform is like, say, a white T-shirt and a sweater, then the blazer is the jacket that you wear on top of it. Okay, sweatshirt on the other hand might just be a sweater. So you could either have a sweatshirt to keep you warm or a blazer. All right. A sweatshirt is a little more casual. A blazer is like it's a little more formal. And well, whatever you're wearing, it has the logo of your school on it. What is your school's logo?
Maybe school's name, for example, on the logo.
Yeah, exactly. So the school's name and the symbol of your school. That's the logo. Okay, and it's not just for schools. It can be any company can have a logo. All right. For example, what's the logo for the company Apple?
Apple.
Yeah, it's an apple. Yeah, exactly. It's with a bite in it, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's the gray apple with a bite in it. Yeah, so
Verbling also. We have Verbling logo.
Yeah, what's Verbling's logo, guys?
A V.
Verb and link verbs.
On the chat box.
And
yeah, it's in the chat. Exactly. So the yellow and the white Verbling, and I think in the browser there's just a V sometimes against the blue background. All right. Those are logos. So that's something that is distinct that makes a company or an organization stand out. Okay. It's copyrighted. It's their symbol. Okay.
And Hina, I remember from Harry Potter movies, school logos. For example, Gryffindor, Slytherin.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah, exactly. So you can have like house logos as well. So logo isn't just for one school or organization. They can have like more variation within the same school. Okay, that's what a logo is. All right. And so all children in the UK learn from the same curriculum, which is the same syllabus. And this person says that when he or she were young, there were no foreign language classes until secondary school, but now primary schools have introduced them as well, because England, the UK is a very multicultural country, and people from all over the world go to study there. So it's not possible to only learn and speak English there anymore. Okay. Any questions before we move on?
Yes. At the beginning of the article, there is a word pocket culture. What's the meaning of that? Pocket
culture. Okay, this is the name of the website. So pocket cultures. Pocket is, like in your jacket you have a pocket, or in your jeans. So pocket cultures. So like getting a little bit of every culture. Yeah, it's just the name of the website here. Pocket cultures, right here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the name of the website that we're using. Okay. Awesome. And sorry guys, for some reason my Verbling chat isn't working. Like I'm typing stuff and I'm pressing enter, but it's not showing up. Is it the same for everyone, or is that just me?
Yeah, it doesn't work for me.
Okay, it doesn't work. All right, so I don't know what's going on, but Verbling chat is just not working. I mean, I'm entering stuff. Kevin asked, what is though? Though means however. Okay. So however, even though people do not speak English when they move to the UK, they learn really quickly. Okay, so I'm sorry I can't type in the chat. It's just not working. Okay, so if there's no more questions about UK, let's move on to Spain. And I will get Jose from Spain.
Okay.
Okay, so just let's see. Can I get you to read the first two paragraphs, please, Jose?
Yes.
In Spain, children must attend school from 6 to 16 years old by law, but as both parents usually work full-time, schooling usually starts at 3 years old. Many babies start kindergarten as soon as their
Kindergarten.
mother
Kindergarten.
kindergarten.
Yeah.
Kindergarten. As soon as their mother resume work after their maternity leave. So many babies start kindergarten when they are 4 months old from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Yeah.
This, the school term begins in September and finishes at the end of June. Finishes at the end of June. So children have more than 2 months of summer holidays, which is great for the
kids. Great for the kids.
Great for the kid, but very complicated for
complicated. Yes,
for the working parents. Many children go to summer camps, especially focused on playing sports and practicing their English language skill. Some children spend time with their grandparents instead of going to summer camps. Grandparents play an important role as they usually take care of their grandchildren until their parents come home.
Their parents come home. Yeah, okay, thank you. Very well read, Jose. I'm just going to stress that when there's an S at the end of the word, that you have to stress it. Okay, so holidays, parents, grandparents. Okay, skills. All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Jose. And I'll get Kubra.
Yes, I am
here.
Actually,
okay. No, actually, I'll get you to read. I'll get you to read another one. Best smiles. Can I get you to continue on till the end of the?
Okay. Schools are public.
Me?
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, Kubra. Sorry, Kubra. I'll get you to read the next one. Then, so
okay.
Afterwards. Okay. Thanks. Best Smiles is going to read now. Best Smiles.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. So from here.
Schools are public. Yes, a school.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Schools and public, private is the word.
Private.
Or private or concertadas.
Yeah.
A mixture of private and public features. Children usually have lunch at school. First course, soup, pasta, rice, vegetables. Second course, fish or meat, and piece of fruit or yogurt. After school activities are very common. The most popular in Spain is football, but the offer is wide. Basketball, volleyball, handball, dance, judo, theatre, guitar, photography,
theater. It's theater, just not theatre. Theater.
Theater.
Yes.
Theater.
Yes.
Guitar, photography, radio, and hiking, among many different options. It's very common that children learn to swim 1 day per week during the school hours.
Hours. Again, hours. Yes.
Do you know?
Oh, and yeah, this is the last paragraph. You want to finish that too?
Okay. English is the foreign language taught in majority of schools, but some offer French, Italian, or German classes too. Lately, some schools offer Chinese as they consider it the language of the future.
Perfect. Thank you so much, best times. And again, when there's an S at the end of the word, you have to stress it. All right. So some schools. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much. All right. So you can see. Yeah. Go ahead, Norbert.
Sorry, I have a question. It's majority or majority?
Majority?
Yes, it's majority or majority.
Oh, it's majority. It's majority. Majority. Okay, so one word is minority. Minority. Okay, which is to be in the smaller numbers, and majority, which is to be in larger numbers. So majority.
Okay, just because he said majority and
Yeah,
confused.
yeah, I was going to say that. Thanks for that, Norbert. Okay, so it's majority. So as we can see there's quite a considerable difference between going to school in the UK and going to school in Spain. For one thing, it starts at six, but children start going at 3. So kindergarten. Who is familiar with the concept of kindergarten? What is kindergarten?
I am.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else who has attended kindergarten?
Yeah, I attended too.
Hasn't? You have?
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to explain to everybody what the difference is between, a primary school and kindergarten?
Kindergarten is like a playground for the children, but they learn something on it. They're trying to teach the children to know just simple things, simple math or simple things. Just I don't know.
Yeah. Getting them ready to get to school.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What about you, Ahmad? What were you going to say?
I had a kindergarten in my neighborhood, and it was very upsetting for me because they make a lot of noise and just playing, as he said, it's just playground
Yeah.
yeah.
And why do you?
It wasn't,
Yeah.
but it wasn't that easy because I noticed that they have English books with their hands, and sometimes I saw French, so they are trying to learn or teach the students or the kids the English and the French language and the kindergarten. I think it's very hard.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
And for one thing, it's not regulated, right? It's not regulated. There's no curriculum that kindergartens follow. It's not like school, right? Yeah. Okay.
No, but they have a lot of materials like ABCs and a lot of materials are very familiar. Songs and yeah.
Yeah. So does everybody agree that, so Ahmad said that it was very expensive and basically it's just a playground for children. Was it the same for everyone, Norbert? Kindergarten is about having fun and sleeping in the afternoon. So why do you think kindergarten exists? I mean, it's not really school, and the child is not old enough to go to school. So why are you sending them to kindergarten?
No,
Yeah.
because the parents, they can work.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So in countries where both the parents are expected to hold full-time jobs, you can't, I mean, the mother can only get maternity leave for so long, right? Does everybody know what a maternity leave is?
Yes.
Yeah, what is
Motherhood. About mother?
Yeah. So maternity leave is when you're pregnant and you want to take time off your work to care for yourself, to give birth, and then care for your baby. And maternity leave is different depending on which country you're in and what the regulation of that country is. In Canada, for example, maternity leave is for a year after you give birth. All right. So you work until your third trimester, so basically up till the 7th month of your pregnancy, and then from then till you give birth and until your baby is a year old. That's all maternity leave. So it's almost a year and a half long. Okay? So
yeah, it's same than Finland.
Same in Finland? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And here in Finland, fathers can be off like 54 days.
54 days, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, there's like a paternity leave as well. Like fathers want to bond with their children too, right? That's in Canada, we only practice that in Quebec, so in the French province, where fathers get a paternity leave where when the baby is born, they get a few months. I think it's something along the lines of a month or like 2 or 3 months, I'm not too sure. But it's not very, very common. So yeah, so that's exactly right. So both the parents are working, they can't afford to stay home, so they have to send the kids to kindergarten, right? And kindergarten can charge whatever they want. They know you need this service. It's an essential service, and they jack up the prices. Everybody knows what that means? Jack up the prices, okay? So it's when it's something that you need, it's a necessity, and it's not regulated, then people can charge whatever they want. They're like, okay, well, you have to go to work and nobody's taking care of your kid, so we say we are going to charge you $500 a week to take care of your kid. All right? So they can pretty much set whatever price they want. All right? So that's, I think, Imad, if the reason that you found it was so expensive, that's probably it, because both the parents need to go to work and someone has to take care of the kids, right?
Yeah.
So many babies start kindergarten when they're 4 months old from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Do you guys think that's a healthy practice? Do you guys think that's a good thing? That you're sending your 4-month-old baby for like a 9 to 5 kindergarten, you know?
4 years old.
4 years old, yeah. So do you guys think that that's a healthy practice? No, when they are, so, no, many babies start kindergarten when they are 4 months old.
Wow.
4 months old. That's what I'm asking. So do you guys think that's healthy?
I think it's
I
not
don't
so
think so.
healthy.
No? Okay, Jarno, why don't you think that's healthy?
I think baby at that age needs a mother. He or she doesn't need kindergarten and
Yeah.
nurses, you know.
Yeah, exactly. What, somebody else had an opinion?
Maybe I think there is no good way, but baby sent their grandmother or grandfather.
Oh yeah, so mother or grandfather. Grandmother or grandfather, right?
Yes.
But sometimes, you know, the grandparents live far away. They don't live in the same city as the mother and the father and the baby. So what are you going to do, right? So it's sort of like a necessary evil. Everybody knows what a necessary evil is? Yeah? It's something that is not the best, but it's something that you have to do, you know? I mean, if both the parents do not go to work, you won't be able to support your family, okay? It's an obligation, basically. Yeah, an obligation. So something that you have to do. You don't have a choice, all right? So you have a kid, you have to send your child to kindergarten so both your parents can work so that they can make enough money to provide for you, okay? So it's a necessary evil to send your children to kindergarten at such young age, okay? And school term begins in September, finishes at the end of June. Pretty typical. So it's very complicated for working parents, and many children go to summer camps, which are focused on sports and practicing their English. Some children spend time with their grandparents. Grandparents play an important role as they usually take care of their grandchildren until their parents come home. Okay? How many? From the students who are in class, who went for summer camp in the summer months during the holidays?
Sometimes.
Sometimes? Yeah? Was it in the...
Never.
Never? Okay, so Norbert, was it in the same city that you lived in, or did you go to another city? Were you away from home?
I went to another city, and it usually was next to a river or a sea or a lake.
Okay, next to a water body. Water
Yes.
body. So next to a body of water. Okay. And how long was the summer camp?
I have no idea, maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, okay, 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah. What about Jose? What do you have to say after reading this article about Spain? What was it? Was it the same for you? Did you go to kindergarten and did you take the summer months off? Did you visit your grandparents or did you go to a camp in the summer months?
When I was child, I went to live with my grandfather
With your grandfather?
in the mountains, like Heidi.
Okay, they have happy times, of course. And so were your summer holidays more than 2 months? 2 months in duration?
Yes, it is 2 months, yes.
Yeah. Do you think that that's too long, or is it like just enough time?
No, I think it's too small, too short.
Too short. Okay, 2 months is too short. Who agrees with Jose that 2 months is too short for the summer holidays?
I agree. We have 3 months.
You have 3 months?
Me too. Like Turkey.
Like Turkey. Hazim, so you think 3 months is good enough?
No, not now, but we have 3 months on summer holiday.
Okay, all right. I personally like high school. I thought high school holidays were perfect, which were like a little less than 2 months when I was in high school. But when I got to university, university holidays are 4 months. And the first time I had to come back home from the university and live at home for 4 months, I thought I would go crazy. I thought I would like shoot my siblings or something. I went crazy when I came home for the first time after leaving for university, and I realized 4 months at home is doing nothing is, oh my God, an unbelievably long amount of time. So I think 2 months is just perfect. So
Great.
I was like that. And you don't know how perfect 2 months is unless you have to sit at home for 4 months and your parents don't send you to summer camp. They don't send you to your grandparents. You just sit at home doing nothing. Then you know how long it is.
They didn't send you to nightclub?
No, it was like, oh, you're home. Why do you want to do anything? Why do you want to go meet anyone? Why would you even think about calling someone? It's so difficult but it's different when you're in school and when you're in university. So school holidays, 2 months, I think are just right. Okay, so in Spain, schools are public, private, or a mixture of public and private features, and children have lunch at school. So I actually have a question for Jose. Jose, so in Spain, the lunch at school is provided by the school, or do the children have to pay for it?
The children must to pay for it, but
they have to buy. They have okay.
Yes, but the government pay to the paid to the poor children.
Okay.
But today by the crisis, the government don't pay any child.
Doesn't pay. The government doesn't pay. Okay. All right. That's a very good practice because especially if you don't come from a family that can afford lunch, I think that's a good practice that the government should pay for the children who come from poorer families. And so in anyone else's school, was lunch or breakfast provided in your schools?
It was here in Finland.
It was provided in Finland? Okay.
Yeah. Or it is, yeah.
Was it just lunch or was it breakfast as well?
Only lunch.
Only lunch. Okay. And it was paid for by the school or the government?
I guess by government.
By the government. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about go ahead, Jordan.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. What about Ahmad? We haven't heard from you in a while. Why don't you tell us what it's like in Syria?
Yeah, the government used to lie on us even more when we was in primary school. I read in a book that the government is paying for food for for feeding the children.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked about that for my teachers, and they said nothing is like that. You just trade something and skip it. So they make nothing for it.
It's a scam. A scam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody knows.
If you look for in the rules and in the book, they said they are offering food and meals for the children.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, they did nothing.
Okay. Yeah. So it's a scam. So they're fooling the parents, and they're fooling they're cheating. Perfect.
Cheating on their self because everyone knows it's not happening.
Yeah. So it's like they live in denial, right? They're like, no, we are a good government and we provide for our people, but you're not really doing that. Okay.
Yeah.
So and I think it's a very good practice, and it's a very important practice because a lot of I remember myself when I was in school. Sometimes, most of the week, you're in such a hurry to get to school that you don't eat breakfast, and that's the worst way for a kid to start out school, by not having breakfast. So some of the schools in Canada did offer free breakfast for the students, and I thought that was a really, really great idea. Awesome. So any questions about anything to do with Spain? Any words that you guys didn't know before we move on? So Chinese is the language of the future, right? I bet when Verblink starts offering Chinese classes, all of you guys will be in them because you're like, I want to know.
I hate this claim. I don't like this word.
Which one?
The Chinese language, the language of the future. I hate that claim. I hate
the phrase, the branding. Yeah. Branding. So like Chinese, Mandarin particularly. When you say Chinese, you can also talk about another language, which is Cantonese. But Mandarin is considered to be the language of the future. So let's see about that. Okay, so looks like we're good with Spain. Let's move on to Argentina. So Ahmad, can I get you to read? Yeah. Can I get you to read the first two paragraphs right here?
Okay. In Argentina, you can choose from a wide variety of types of schools, both state-run and private. State-run schools are free and quality of tuition. Tuition.
Yeah.
Range from
Dodgy
to excellent. Some private schools were originally founded by a specific community of immigrants, English, French, Italian, Basque, German, for their children, but anyone can attend now. One of my nieces goes to a Germany, Argentina school, and we were not. We're
not of German descent.
Of German descent. There are many different religious schools, including Jewish, Adventist, Protestant, Maronite, Catholic. I went to a Catholic school called Santo Domingo, run by Dominican nuns. It was girls only, but they moved with the times, and now it's coed. Bummer. I missed that by a few years. I have to say I had a great time at school. The nuns, notwithstanding, and some of my closest friends are from that time.
Perfect. Thank you, Ahmad. And Hamid, can I get you to finish off that section, so that paragraph?
Okay. We don't spend the whole day at school. You choose the shift, morning or afternoon. Morning shift is anywhere between 7 and 7:45 a.m. to 12:30 or 1 p.m. If you are in secondary school, you may stay until 2 p.m. on some days, or come back in the afternoon for extra classes. We study maths, Spanish, grammar and literature, Argentinian and world history and geography, a foreign language, usually English, chemistry, physics, music, art, civic education, religion, in my case, and other subjects depending on the school.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Hamid. So in Argentina, So in Pocket Cultures on this website, people are contributing their own experiences, which is why you would see a lot of what I did and my nieces. So this is a person's personal experiences. Okay. So in Argentina, you have both state-run, which are basically public schools, and private. Okay. What questions do you guys have about any of the words that we've covered?
Dodgy means poor quality.
Dodgy, yeah. Dodge. Okay, so wait. Does everybody know what dodgeball is? Dodgeball? Okay, best man. I'm just gonna. The dodgeball is a game that you play where people throw balls at you and you have to duck. So you have to run away from them. So when you escape from a ball, it's called dodging the ball. All right. So dodgy, basically, yeah, dodgy means like iffy, like so. State-run schools are free and quality of tuition ranges from dodgy to excellent. So dodgy is like very, very low where you escaped really high tuition, or uh, quality of tuition, yes, or very, very high. Okay? Does everybody know what tuition is? So when you have a T and an I, it makes an S sound. Okay? So tuition. So tuition. Who knows? Yeah, who knows what that is?
The fee.
Yeah, exactly. So your tuition are the fees that you pay, okay? So a lot of times fees are not just for the courses, but also administrative fees, fees, for example, to cover your health care, to cover any sports. So all that falls under tuition, everything that you are contributing towards your education. Fees are just, they're just another way of saying payments that have to be made, okay? Yeah, what else?
Sorry, bummer is it's pity.
Yeah, bummer. So bummer, that's actually slang. So what this guy is saying is, I went to a Catholic school called Santo Domingo, run by Dominican nuns. It was girls only, but they moved with the times and now it's co-ed. Bummer. Bummer for him, because when he went to the school, it was boys and girls. Also, it was girls only, so he couldn't go there. Now it's co-ed. Co-ed means co-educational, so both boys and girls go there. So when something happens that you wish had happened to you, but it didn't, then you say that that's a bummer. Okay? All right?
Is it formal to say co-ed?
Is it formal
to say? Is it formal to say co-ed?
Formal. Oh, yeah. I don't know if it's formal, but co-ed basically means both boys and girls go to that school. Okay? So yeah, what a pity. Yeah, so Hamid has written, what a pity is basically bummer. Bummer is slang English. It's like, oh, I came down with a fever this weekend. So my friend can say, oh, that's such a bummer. All right? So like, that's something that brings your mood down, something, that is not awesome. Okay? So this guy is saying that it was a bummer that when he went to school, the school was not co-ed. It was girls only, because then he would have been able to study with all the pretty girls, I'm assuming. Okay? What else? What other words do you guys, are you not familiar with?
Maronit.
Okay, so Hamid, which one?
Maronit.
Where is that?
Advanced Protestant.
Okay, religious schools. Okay, these are all different sects of like different religions. I'm not too sure. So Jewish, Adventist, Protestant, Catholic, Maronite. I'm not too sure. I think this could be part of Christianity, but I'm not too sure. I know Jewish is Judaism, and Protestant and Catholic are part of Christianity. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm not too sure about which sect these religions belong to. Okay. And Norbert, you had another word?
Civic education.
Civic. Yeah, what is civic education, guys? Anybody had civic education in school? Okay. All right. Civic education is education about your local government. Okay. So like, what are your rights as a citizen? How do you file taxes? Okay. What are the important buildings in your country? So civic education, you're not learning about the entire structure of the government, but you're learning as a citizen what you bare minimum need to know about how your government functions and what your rights as a citizen are. Okay? So in Canada, we have civic studies as well. All right? So in grade 10, you take a class called civics, and they teach you just the basic necessities about how the government runs, what is covered in healthcare, what isn't, and all that. All right?
All right.
Okay. Any other questions?
Yeah, on the right top.
Yeah.
From post state run and private. I can't understand the meaning of
state run.
Post state run and private.
Okay, state run. Okay, state run is basically another way of saying public. So the state is your country, or the province that you live in. So when your state or your province is responsible for your school, for paying the tuition, for making sure it is running properly, then it's a public school, okay? Meaning it's usually free for everyone. So state-run and public basically mean the same thing. Okay?
And
All right.
another nun?
Yeah.
Dominican nun? Yes.
Dominican nun. Okay, run by Dominican nuns. All right. So, and anybody ever been to a church? Nuns are like holy women in churches.
Okay.
Yeah. So Dominican nuns, so nuns from the Dominican Republic. So the Dominican Republic is a country in the Caribbean.
So
Dominican. Yeah.
The school run by the
Nuns from the Dominican
church.
Republic. Yeah, exactly. It's another way of saying it's a Catholic school. So I went to a Catholic school. So the school was run by nuns. It was very heavy on educating students about Christianity, I assume, and it was run by Dominican nuns. Okay, so every morning they'd probably like start the day off in a church or a chapel, and it would be very centered around being good and holy according to what Catholic laws are. Okay. Okay. Any other questions? The nuns notwithstanding. So I had a great time at school, notwithstanding the nuns. What does that mean? Despite. Not including the nuns. So despite the nuns. Okay. So then the nuns, they were there. They're really very strict. So people don't like going to Catholic schools because nuns are very strict. So this guy is saying, I had a great time at school. Not including the nuns. So if you don't include the nuns, it was a great school and I had a lot of fun. And some of my closest friends are from that time. Okay, that's what notwithstanding means. Not including, despite the fact. Okay. Any other questions? No. Okay. Yeah. If there's no other question, let's move on. I know there's one person in class who has not read yet, and that is Hazem.
Okay.
Can I get you to read Costa Rica? I'll actually get you to read the first two paragraphs.
Okay. In 1869, Costa Rica became one of the first countries in the world where education became both free and compulsory.
Became
both free and compulsory. Nowadays, Costa Rica has a 95% literacy level, and even the smallest of towns has its own school. The school year in my country runs from February to December in the public education system. Students have vacations for about 2 months.
2 months.
December.
Just 2
months.
Months.
No, it's written 2 months.
Oh, okay. So you pronounce it 2 months. Months.
Okay.
So so the plural. So 1 month is like January. December to January. December and January are 2 months. Can you say that again? Months.
2 months.
Yes, exactly. You don't say months. It's months.
Months.
Yes.
Okay. About 2 months. December and January, which turns out to be our summer, as well as 2 weeks off in July. Primary education lasts 6 years, while high school education might be 5 or 6 years. The first being academic and the latter technical or professional. There are also private schools which use an American, European, or Japanese system.
Perfect. Thanks so much for reading that for us, Hazem. Any questions about these two paragraphs? Any words that you guys don't know? Okay. So Costa Rica was one of the first countries in the world where education was free and compulsory. What is compulsory? Okay. It was mandatory. It became a requirement. So everybody had to have an education. Okay, when something is compulsory, you are required to do it. Okay, for example, in some countries, it is compulsory to have your, to go to the doctor once a year to get your health check. It's mandatory. You have to do it. You have no other option. Okay, so governments, they can force children to stay in school. They're like, you have to go to school until you finish high school. Okay, so they made it mandatory to go to school. Okay, and because of that, Costa Rica has a 95% literacy level, which is a very, very high literacy level. That can rival like Canadian or American literacy levels. Okay.
So literacy means you can write and read.
Yes, literacy means that you are literate, that you know how to read and write. Okay. So what's the opposite of literate? Okay, it's illiterate.
Illiterate,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not unliterate, it's illiterate. Okay, so when you don't know how to read and write, you are illiterate. Okay, so they have a literacy rate of 95%, where a lot of people are educated. Okay, and their school year is a little different. The school runs from February to December, and they have vacation for about 2 months, December and January, which is their summer. So Costa Rica is it's a tropical country. It's in the tropics, so they don't really have severe winters. They don't have snow. Their climate doesn't change that much because it's very close to the equator. So for them, December and January turn out to be their summer vacations. Okay. And high school education might be 5 or 6 years, the first being academic and the latter technical or professional. Okay. There are also private schools which use American, European, or Japanese systems to study. All right. So I'm actually going to continue reading this article in next week's class, because it's quite a lot of it is left, and we'll read Costa Rica, the rest of it, and the United States, and Romania, and Australia. So we have 4 more countries left. Okay. So I'm gonna end the broadcast. If you guys are interested to read the article on your own, you are more than welcome to do that. And yeah, the Verbling web page isn't working, right? I can't load it either. I'm not too sure about what's going on with that. Let me check. Is everybody having that problem when you go to verbling?
Yes, same with me.
Okay, it's working now. So if you guys want to try now, it's okay now. Like, I can see it. Okay, so the next class is with me as well, and it's going to be a vocabulary class. All right. So I'm gonna end this broadcast, and I'll be right back in like 3 seconds. All right. So thanks, guys. It was really fun.
Okay. See you.
Yeah. See you guys. Bye.